Hello, I'm Antonia Gonzalez with National Native News. Tune in to our headline news service for stories about Indigenous communities across the country and around the world. Hear about top concerns facing Native nations. Tribal history, language, and culture is also part of Indigenous life. Check out our headline news service to learn more. Tune in here for National Native News.
Weekdays at 5:55 on KSJE Farmington. KSJE is a listener-supported radio station licensed to San Juan College in Farmington, New Mexico. We're thrilled to be able to offer new, innovative, and unique programming. But we need your help. See all the ways you can support KSJE by going to our website at ksje.com/support. This is 90.9 FM, KSJE, Farmington, New Mexico.
Tune in for Philosophy Talk, the program that questions everything
except your intelligence.
Coming up, Foucault and power.
Power can be used for positive social ends.
That's good.
But it can also be used for control.
That's bad.
But resistance is always possible.
That's good.
But resistance is also part of power.
Oh, come on.
Foucault and power, next time on Philosophy Talk.
Listen to Philosophy Talk every Tuesday at noon on KSJE 90.9 FM, Farmington. This program is supported by San Juan Health Partners Urology, providing a wide range of personalized services for the whole family, including children. Our caring professionals are dedicated to helping meet your urology health needs with skill, experience, and service you need. For a complete listing of our services and to learn more, visit sanjuanhealthpartners.com or call 505-609-6300. San Juan Health Partners Urology, a division of San Juan Regional Medical Center. 11 minutes past 8 o'clock. It is Monday morning, December the 3rd. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thank you for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM and 90.9 HD. Special good morning to our viewers who are watching us live this morning on the KSJE Facebook page and YouTube channel. Good morning from the Visual Radio Studio here at San Juan College. Coming up in just a moment, we'll be talking with my guest from the AmeriCorps program here in San Juan County and some of the opportunities available there. And then later on this morning, we will do what we do on Mondays, which is talk about technology. And that's with Lewis Campbell, who will be calling in for our Monday Reboot segment here on KSJE. At 9 a.m., don't forget, it is Roving with the Arts, and that's where this photo comes in. For those of you who are watching us, Luciano Pavarotti, Oh Holy Night, some holiday music on Roving with the Arts today at 9 right here on KSJE, so we want to remind you about that as well. Also, we do know about one school closing in the area this morning, and that is Navajo Prep. Navajo Prep has announced that they will not be having classes today, but classes will resume at Navajo Prep tomorrow. That is the only school closing that we are aware of here at KSJE that is weather-related. Well, now let me turn to my guest who is here with me this morning. She is the AmeriCorps Program Manager for the San Juan chapter. Marian Yanni is here. Good morning, and thank you for joining me this morning.
Good morning, Scott.
Good to have you here, and I want you to introduce yourself in the traditional way, too, for us, if you wouldn't mind.
I don't mind. Yat Marian Yanni Yinchia, Todit Eatni Nishle, Nanasteja Tachitni Bashashti, Nashasha Dashache, Kintla Chitni Dashanala.
Very good. It's good to have you with us, as I mentioned, talking about the AmeriCorps program, and you are working with the San Juan chapter with the program, correct?
Correct.
And this is all put together and kind of managed through the San Juan County Partnership.
It is.
And so this is a grant program. It's a federal program, and for folks who maybe aren't aware of what AmeriCorps means, it is kind of this national service program.
It is a national service program. Specifically, San Juan chapter would be working specifically in the program of veterans and military families and environmental stewardship.
Right, and we'll talk a bit more about that coming up in a moment. But this is it's a national program, correct? It's everywhere, all across the country in different communities, right?
It is. AmeriCorps is a network of national service programs made up of 3 primary programs that each take a different approach to improving lives fostering civic engagement. Members commit to time and address critical community needs. Like I said, with San Juan chapter, it would be veterans and military families, environmental stewardship, and throughout the nation, they also help the community in the needs of academic achievement, mentoring youth, fighting poverty, sustaining national parks, preparing for natural disasters, and they do more as well.
Very good.
More than that.
Right. And so here you have, as you mentioned, the two focuses, which are basically in the veterans and military families and also environmental stewardship. And that is basically by the grant. That's what they say that the work needs to be focused on? Right.
When the grant was written, we specifically wanted it to be with veterans and military families and environmental stewardship. With veterans and military families, I believe the Navajo Nation and Navajo people in general have a great commitment to the country. And that came along with not only living here for as long as we have, but for, I think, the language that is here and how it was helpful in winning the war.
The Go Talkers.
Right.
Right.
Go Talkers.
Exactly. And so this is all grant specific, and so your job is to kind of manage that and to fill the positions that are made then available, right, for each community.
Yes, exactly.
And you've only been here since, what, May, or doing this particular job since May?
Right. I started in May of this year, and I am looking for 13 positions to fill.
Okay.
Quite a few positions. 3 of those are full-time positions. One is half, one is reduced quarter time, and 8 are quarter-time positions.
All right, and we'll talk about what that means in just a moment. I also want to show our viewers who are watching us this morning the AmeriCorps website, which is probably a great place to go to get more information about these types of positions that we're talking about, not only here in San Juan County, but nationwide, right? Exactly.
If you have questions, that's definitely the best place to go. It's easy to navigate, and they have questions that you probably are probably already thinking about, and they kind of just help you walk through some of those questions that you have.
Right, and I guess the application would be here too, right? That's where you start with the application process? I believe
there's a link there that you can go and do the application process. I've done it myself, and it's a little tricky, and like I said, if you do have any problems, you can call me at San Juan Chapter.
Okay.
And our phone number there is or you can call me in my office. It's 505-566-5873.
Okay. And I'll have you repeat that too a little bit later on in the program, so if folks don't have a pencil or something to write it down, they can go and get that. But let's talk a little bit about the positions that are available as part of the AmeriCorps grant that you have been that the San Juan chapter has been awarded. And so this is working in and around the San Juan chapter. And for folks who aren't maybe familiar with where that's located, it's basically, I think, south of the river in the Hogback area. Is that about a good way to describe it?
That's the perfect way to describe it. I believe the road that basically goes there is the N36 road,
right.
Navajo Route N36.
Which folks may know goes from Highway 371 past the casino, the Northern Edge Casino, west to 491 south of Shiprock. It's that road that goes east and west.
Yes.
And it passes right by the San Juan chapter.
Yeah, before you hit the Hogback or right around that area, you'll take a turn, and there's a little sign there that says San Juan chapter, and it's paved all the way to the chapter. It's a nice little road, and it's actually, the first time I drove out there, it was so beautiful.
Just it is a beautiful spot right by the river there.
Yeah, just seeing that other side of the Hogback, it's really different.
Very true. And so folks don't have to live in that San Juan chapter to be an AmeriCorps volunteer in the San Juan chapter. They can live anywhere, really. In fact, they can live outside of the community and come here to work if they wanted to.
Right. We encourage people in San Juan chapter to participate in this program specifically, and all of the benefit would go to San Juan chapter, but we are open to taking anyone outside of San Juan chapter as well. Right.
So let's talk about, you've got 13 positions to fill, you were telling me, and so those are basically defined by the number of hours that a person is required to work during the period, I guess during the week or the month or the 6-month time period, correct?
It would, when a a member starts, we sign a contract for 1 year, and they have 1 year, well, a full-time position, they have 1 year, which would be 1,700 hours, or you could cut that down to 40 hours a week.
Okay.
And then it just kind of goes lower from there, obviously. Half-time is 900 hours per year, which is 20 hours a week. Reduced half-time is 675 hours per year, or 15 hours per week. And then quarter time is 450 per year, and that's 10 hours a week.
Got it. And you have positions in all those available, right?
Yes.
And these
all
would
of them.
start in January?
We start as soon as they do the application on AmeriCorps. They would come to my office and we would do a background check. We do a federal background check. We do a San Juan County background check. Those, depending on how, if you've lived in all 50 states, it's going to take a while for the federal to come back. But for the most part, I think it comes back anywhere from a week to about 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay. So basically it's just that's the process, and then you evaluate them and then offer them that contract if all goes well, right?
Right.
And so then start at any time once that is done, I guess is what I'm getting at,
it
right?
It could start, as soon as we get that back, we kind of offer it to them, and then we would sign a contract, and when that contract begins, and then it goes from that date to 1 year.
Got it.
And we typically will work Monday through Friday, but there are some times where we would have to come and help on Saturday, on a Sunday. For example, there have been, I think, like stand-downs in the area, so AmeriCorps would come out and help with the community, serving the veterans or helping in any way that they need.
Right. These are events that are designed for maybe veterans who maybe are homeless veterans, or just veterans to remind them of all their benefits and things like that that are available to them for their service. And these AmeriCorps volunteers can help out at those events, is what you're saying.
Right.
Usually on a Saturday or something.
Yeah, they had one here at San Juan College, and I believe some of our AmeriCorps members came in and kind of offered their resources and let the veterans know what AmeriCorps is and what we have available to them and their families.
Right. Marian Yanni is my guest this morning. She is the AmeriCorps Program Manager with the San Juan chapter. We are talking about the different AmeriCorps opportunities that are available here in the area. And, of course, you said you have 13 to fill, so all different commitments, I guess, as far as time goes, from full-time to half-time to part-time, all that stuff, right?
Yes.
And so, of course, the cool thing with AmeriCorps is this educational award that the individual would receive at the end of their year of service, and that's no matter what level of job you are taking, right, with the volunteer positions.
Right. It's called the Siegel AmeriCorps Education Award, and when I heard about it, I thought it was so amazing, so awesome. But the Siegel AmeriCorps Education Award is a post-service benefit earned by individuals who complete an approved term of national service with the AmeriCorps program. And what I thought was awesome about this is there are some colleges and universities throughout the United States that will match this amount. So as a full-time member, you earn...
So it's like double the money, right?
Exactly.
If they match it. So, cool. Okay.
So for a full-time member, you would earn, for your 1,700 hours, you'd earn $6,095. So imagine taking that to your college or university and them doubling it to $12,000. It's so awesome.
That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right. That's for the full-time, right?
That's for the full-time.
And then it goes down from there, but it's still some type of educational award for no matter what you're doing.
Right. And there are options after that as well. You could use it for yourself. You could gift it to a child, or you can gift it to a grandchild. I thought that was so amazing and awesome. And then the other, I'm trying to remember what I was going to say about that.
The educational award. Well, I was going to say that I think it's really awesome because we sometimes think about AmeriCorps as something for younger people to do, maybe after high school, maybe before they start college, because the award would certainly give them some money to use for college. But it's also available for folks maybe who are a bit older, who maybe are partially retired or fully retired, and they want to give back to their community and maybe get that award to give to their children or grandchild as a way maybe to help them and their education, and that's what you're talking about, right?
Exactly. If anyone is interested, you do have to be at least 17 years old, and then there's no age limit after that. And then I remembered what I wanted to say about the educational award.
Yes.
You don't have to use it for school. Say you have a student loan, you could use that to pay it off as well.
Okay.
So that might be of service to somebody out there. And then also is it looks great on a resume to be able to have community service such as AmeriCorps on your resume, and it helps for non-competitive eligibility for federal jobs.
Very good. And so all those things can go work in your favor as an
Right.
AmeriCorps volunteer.
Right.
And I don't think they expire right away, those awards either, right? If I am giving it to a grandchild or a child and they are not ready to go to college yet, but maybe they will be in a couple of years, it's still valid, correct?
Yeah, it just kind of sits in a little space, and then you probably would check it here and there, but it would stay there and would be available for your grandchild when they need it.
Right. It's not going to expire anytime soon.
No.
So that's good to know.
Yeah.
My guest, Marian Yanni, is here. We're talking about the AmeriCorps program here in San Juan County. It's actually at the San Juan chapter, and that is from a grant that the chapter submitted, correct? It was from the chapter level. Is that how it worked?
Right. This is the last year of the grant. We're hoping after this year, possibly them or some other chapter would be willing to apply for another 5-year grant with the AmeriCorps program.
Right. And we'll have to see if that happens, and you'll come back and talk to us about it when it does, right?
Yes.
About some of those opportunities that are available. But for right now, these jobs are available in the San Juan chapter. We're talking about 13 positions that are available and you're looking to hire. And so the application process would be to go to the AmeriCorps website, I would think, and
Right.
find the link. And then you can start from there and apply for whichever type of position that you are looking for as far as the national service, whether it's the full-time or the 40 hours a week or the 20 hours a week or the other different categories that you have available, correct?
Right. The half-time, the reduced quarter-time, or quarter-time positions.
That's what you have.
Yeah.
And that's basically defined by the grant, right? It's not anything that you came up with. That's what the grant will pay for.
That's AmeriCorps throughout. I believe they have those different selected position hours, I guess
Right.
you could say. But with that, you would pick either veterans and military families, and throughout your service, be specific with veterans and military families, or
Okay.
environmental stewardship.
Got it.
But there are times where those overlap, and the members or volunteers would collaborate and help each other with whichever, what project they want to do in the community.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you a bit more about those opportunities and those jobs when we come back in a minute, okay? We're going to take a short break. When we come back, more with my guest this morning here in just a moment. Marian Yanni here talking about the AmeriCorps program in the San Juan chapter. Back with more in just a moment, everyone, right here on KSJE. The time right now is coming up on 8:27.
If you're going to live in space, you're going to have to build things in space.